We now know that hairs grow in groups of 1, 2, 3, and sometimes 4 that are called follicular units. It was only in the early 1980s that these groupings were recognized, leading to a revolution in the techniques of modern hair transplantation. The most common cause of hair loss in men and women is androgenetic alopecia. More commonly, this is known as male pattern baldness. Androgenetic describes a genetic predisposition to balding through the presence of androgens, or male hormones. All men and women produce these male hormones, the most common of which are testosterone and dihydrotestosterone, or DHT. It's the exposure of hair follicles to DHT over a period of time that leads to androgenetic alopecia. But there's good news. This genetic disposition to hair loss generally affects only certain parts of the scalp, typically the top of the head and the crown. This is why balding men usually have the horseshoe-shaped fringe of hair surrounding the bald area. These hairs in the fringe, and notably at the back of the head, are not genetically sensitive to DHT. The truth is, hopeful and desperate men have long fallen prey to hucksters and snake oil salesmen offering miraculous cures for balding. Even today, there are no cures for baldness. However, studies have found that in some instances, Rogaine and Propecia can halt or slow the progression of balding, although only on the crown of the head. Today, many hair transplant doctors believe that these drugs can help increase the rate of hair growth when used as a supplementary treatment for someone who has had hair transplantation. But these drugs in and of themselves are unable to restore a full head of hair.
For many of my patients undergoing hair transplants, I encourage them to get most of the hair in their anterior crown up to the hairline. They then can go on a regime of Rogaine and Propecia to thicken up their crown.
A hair system, also known as non-surgical hair replacement or hair bonding, is in reality a wig, toupee, hairpiece, appliance, or weave. All of these, with the exception of full wigs, must be attached to the head. This is accomplished in a variety of ways, including clips, tapes, and glue. Many men choose these solutions rather than undergoing surgical hair transplantation because of the initial cost savings. What they frequently don't factor in is the regular maintenance, replacement hair pieces, and styling charges that can add up to tens of thousands of dollars in just a few short years. But there are two other methods for restoring hair that require no major surgery and have proven to be successful in thousands of cases throughout the world. The first is follicular unit extraction. The best way to learn about follicular unit extraction is to hear from one of the leading experts in the field. Dr. Robert Jones studied at McMaster University's Department of Medicine, as well as both Harvard and Loyola Universities. A practicing physician since 1979, Dr. Jones and his staff now do microscopically prepared follicular unit hair transplants exclusively.